Right, a pleasant morning and welcome back to the program. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day so far. It's a beautiful day and I have a beautiful guest in the studio with me here this morning. Welcome to the program. As you can see, it's Sarah Ann Lynch, the ambassador to the United States of America. So welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Ravi. Great to be here.
And sorry, and how are you enjoying Essequibo so far?
Oh, I'm enjoying it very much. It's just beautiful, very peaceful, kind of quiet. You made sure I got up nice and early this morning, so it was even more peaceful. We saw the sunrise over the Essequibo,
Right.
And it's just a gorgeous area.
It's just a short while. I shouldn't say a short while, but you're here now in Guyana, and this is, I think, it's your last outreach to get yourself acquainted with all the regions. How is it like so far?
Oh my gosh, it's just wonderful. No, I've had the pleasure of now getting to all 10 of the regions of Guyana, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful land. There's so much diversity, everything from the savanna to the forest to the beautiful coastland.
Right.
The flora and fauna are unbelievable, and of course it's really the people. Really the people that make Guyana, I think.
Definitely, we're unique and we're very hospitable as well too.
Very much so.
I hope you'd enjoy, there's so much to be seen here on the Essequibo coast, and likewise getting into the hinterland and the Pomeroon River and so on. And the Pomeroon River is actually one of the deepest rivers in the Caribbean, because it's like way down here inside.
Oh, interesting.
Right. So I know the U.S. normally, have, the work along. You're visiting the regions. You've seen some of our needs and the ways you can assist and so on and how to.
Right.
So what are the projects you think you've been handling or you can handle for us here in Guyana or let's say Region 2?
Right. So on a national level, you're right. We're working in so many areas, Ravi. We're working on the security front, on governance, and on economic and social development. On the security front, we work very closely with the Guyanese military and police to help improve their capacity and the professionalization of the forces. On the governance front, we work to increase transparency and capability in many institutions here, reduce corruption. We're working very closely with a couple of key institutions, including the GRA, the Guyanese Revenue Authority, to help them get ready for auditing big companies and to develop an oil and gas unit. We work very closely with the EITI, which is the Extractive Industries Transparency Initiative, kind of a long name. But they're also working in the resource area to help Guyana meet international standards. So we've worked with those organizations. And of course, we work with GCOM on elections. We're providing a lot of elections assistance, and we'll do observation. In addition, on economic and social development, we work to promote increased trade between the U.S. and Guyana, improving private sector competitiveness.
Right.
And then on the social front, health and education, we've been working through USAID on the health front on combating HIV/AIDS and making sure people have access to their medication for that. And Peace Corps. Peace Corps really stand out for this region.
Yes.
Peace Corps works on the education front, but also health and environment. And in Region 2, we have, I think we're up to 13 volunteers in Region 2. Region 2 has been extraordinarily welcoming to our Peace Corps volunteers who work in many of the schools here on, teaching health and education and working in the environment area. And I had a chance to visit one of those schools yesterday, actually.
Great. So you're here since yesterday.
Correct.
Right.
It feels much longer. We've squeezed a lot in, honestly.
No, and let me tell you, your Peace Corps volunteer, they're very, very nice. We've dealt with some of them, and they're very, very, very nice and very, very good. You've, like you said, apparently, in all the areas the U.S. is really helping out in Guyana. You've mentioned quite a number of areas, and of course, a crucial time now is around the corner. A month from now, our elections. And I know you strive. You said you mentioned that you strive to for us to have free and fair elections and so on, transparent and so on. I don't want to go down that line, but of course the U.S. Embassy is playing a pivotal role here. How do you look forward for 2020?
Well, number one would be the elections, and we're so pleased to have been asked to help out GCOM, and a lot of what we're doing is in the voter education area, and that's been a request of GCOM, and we're working to help on that front in many regions within Guyana, not just in Georgetown,
Right.
certainly. So we look forward to free, fair, credible elections on March 2nd, but then it's probably time to get to work on the oil and gas front. And our main role here, our main goal, I should say, is to help Guyana prepare in any way we can assist for the new day of the oil and gas. And it's really upon us already with the incredible discoveries of at least one company, ExxonMobil, and the million barrels of oil that have already left the offshore vessel for sale. I think the dream is now a reality.
Exactly.
So we're happy to assist in any way we can to help Guyana prepare for this new day, and we've already been doing so, Ravi, in many areas. We'll continue to do that and connect Guyana to the U.S. Through the business communities. We used to get a call or two a month, frankly, about investing in Guyana. Now it's off the charts. And we are having a hard time responding to the point that we've requested assistance. We have so many, not just calls, but visitors coming here to look into not just the oil and gas area, but it's really what that industry can do for the rest of Guyana. So we have people looking into other areas, banking, hospitality, tourism, other agricultural areas. So I think the opportunities, transportation, actually, I'm glad you brought that up. It's a great example. If you look at the change in the airline industry and how many airlines are now operating here. So before I arrived last March, American Airlines had just started that one route from Miami to Guyana, and it wasn't even a daily route. Now, since then, that's become daily. They've added the New York route. Eastern Airlines has gotten approval to operate here, and JetBlue will start operating in April. And those are just the American Airlines. So it's really, I think that's a good indicator of the interest in Guyana.
And all of that will do well for Guyana as a whole, because there will be revenue income for the Guyanese, and it will do well for our country. Let me just take a little bit away from that. How can the Essequibo Coast benefit from the U.S. Embassy in terms of aid or scholarships or whatever's offering? Because we tend to be out in the outlying region, so persons are not aware. I'm a past president of the Chamber of Commerce, also PRO. I'm not there directly attached now, but I still have my heart there. But there are some NGOs and so on. What is it available for NGOs or even scholarships to students? Anything? What is there?
Right. Well, I'm glad you brought that up. I met with the Chamber of Commerce yesterday, the Essequibo Chamber of Commerce, and they had a lot of terrific ideas of things that we can look into to help develop the Essequibo area. And I'll take many of those messages back to Georgetown and back to Washington. But again, we're already working on many of those areas nationally that I mentioned, but they do trickle down to the regions. And I think really the best thing that we can do is connect this area to the private sector, the U.S. private sector that's interested in what the Essequibo has to offer. And from what I can tell, it's largely in the agricultural area. I'm going to the Pomeroon River today. I will see some of I believe, the coconut plantations and some of the rice fields and whatever that this region has to offer. I know there are other provisions coming from this area, as you say. So there's so much in the agricultural area, in the produce, but also in agro-processing and all of the chain that's involved in the trade. So we are very anxious to help out in whatever way we can. With regards to scholarships, we do have a number of programs the U.S. Embassy offers for young leaders and youth ambassadors. I met with two of them yesterday from here, and very the young leader has been to the United States, traveled to parts of the U.S. I've never been to, on a scholarship, and really not only enjoyed himself, but learned a lot about his business, which actually happens to be helping other youth. And then the young high school student that I met she's interested in the STEM area, so she's very much a science math person, which I think is good for Guyana.
Very good.
And so we have the Youth Ambassador program too, where we try to bring young people together to improve their skills to also be future leaders of the country. So there are a lot of opportunities. I would encourage people of the Essequibo to look at both our Facebook site and our website. We try to put those opportunities out there as frequently as possible, and we want the entire country to be able to benefit. So if people can, and I know social media is becoming bigger and bigger here, and so if people can stay tuned with those advertisements, they'll learn a lot.
Definitely, you know, and anywhere you are, once you enjoy the environment and the surroundings and what you do, you enjoy, definitely develop a liking, and you probably benefit more. If you're in training, if you're into something or in occupation, and if you don't enjoy that occupation, you will not grasp or gravitate to it. So you mentioned the student overseas enjoying. It's nice to enjoy. So when you enjoy and your environment gives you a way, you can able to learn better. I think we had Juice Man from here. I'm not too sure you're familiar with him. Juice Man would have gone to train in agro-processing in the U.S. as well. His name Ramnanan.
Okay.
He would have gone there. He's right from Charity, and he has a agro-processing plant, and he been several times to the U.S. in training.
Yeah.
And so on. And many other persons would have gone, I think, through the same medium. And I follow the page, your page, a lot. I always like, and that's the one, the way when I send an invitation for you to be on the program in the same way.
Right. Thank you for that.
And I like interaction and persons. I'm encouraging the general public out there. You have the internet, utilize it wisely, and you could follow the U.S. Embassy, the entire page, and you can have the updates, what they're doing across the country, what is being available to the general public in Guyana, and how you can make contributions as well. That is there. Any words? Any other words?
I think you covered a lot of territory, Ravi, and I just want to thank you for the invitation to come here, but really thank you to the people of Essequibo. I have to give a shout out to the Lima Sands Primary School.
Yes.
They gave a great presentation yesterday to me, and the headmistress, Joan Russell, is just doing a terrific job with those young people. Again, we have Peace Corps volunteers in a lot of places, including Tapakuma, excuse me. Yes, I knew I'd get it. And I know the Tapakuma children won an event related to Mashramani.
Okay,
and so congratulations to the Essequibo for taking part in that big event coming up. And it's just been a terrific experience. I can't wait to see the Pomeroon River today. I'll be careful. As you said, it's one of the deepest rivers
in the Caribbean.
in the Caribbean. I'll be very careful. So
definitely. And I just hope that you can come back to Essequibo as often as possible. And you're always welcome on this program to share ideas, and we're always happy to have you here as well too.
Ravi, thank you so much. I plan on coming back very soon,
definitely.
if possible.
And you can always call on me and come to me for anything in the media. I'm always here.
Great.
So thank you once again.
Thank you.
And I hope you enjoy your stay in Essequibo and wherever you and looking forward for a collaboration with this entire region and the U.S. Embassy.
Thank you for the hospitality.
Thank you so much. So there you had it, our ambassador to the U.S., Ms. Sarah Ann Lynch. I guess I'm sorry we won't be taking any calls or so, and she's a bit busy, so she has to take a leave now. But I'll get back just now. Maybe you can pop the questions to me, and I will see how I can relay the questions to the embassy.
Absolutely.
Right. So Sean, let's go to the DVD. Take it away.